It's Nolan. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Now, y'all know we had to talk about Jess Hilarious and this Nicki Minaj situation that's going on. For those of y'all that may not know, Jess Hilarious put out a video earlier, basically an extension of her Jess with the Mess on Breakfast Club, but she put out an extended version, basically saying some of the things that she wasn't able to say on air. And within that clip, she was able to actually speak about Nicki Minaj's upcoming Pink Friday 2 tour, some of the arrangements that she's making with the tour, people that she's adding or considering adding to the tour. And basically, Jess was very confused about her selections and in so many words called it a bit of a jingle jam in her own words. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just play what Jess Hilarious has to say. I'm not going to include my opinion as of yet. I want to let her get her stuff off real quick. Then I'll chime in. There's been a lot of talk about the Pink Friday 2 tour. There's been a lot of conflicting information out there about the numbers, how well it's doing, how many people are buying tickets, how the tickets are getting sold, etc. Same thing, same type of speculation that's been going around about the Pink Friday 2 album and some of the chart positioning of the songs, and Nicki Minaj barbs and fans hating on Megan Thee Stallion's hits, talking about how that's falling down the charts and all of that type of stuff. I want to go ahead and say, when it comes to songs on the charts, whether that be Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Beyonce, it don't fucking matter. Everybody's songs, it don't matter if that shit shoots up to number 1, if it goes up to number 12, if it goes up to number 8, 7, whatever number it shoots up to when it comes out and everybody's interested, everybody's talking about it, the tweets are going crazy, folks are using it in TikToks and Reels on Instagram and stuff like that. No matter how high it goes, the only place for it to go eventually is down, right? So one thing that I don't like about music, or just music fans in today's time in 2024, is that people are now micromanaging the charts and saying, oh, your song's starting to slip off the charts. Oh, people must not be interested no more. Well, yeah, because once your song is on number 1 for 6 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the fuck it is, it's now competing with 6 weeks or 3 weeks of new music coming from across the industry. Other artists, other acts, other people that are trying to get to the number 1 spot. You know what I'm saying? The energy around that particular song is going to dissipate, especially if the artist is not doing radio campaigns or, going on a bunch of different outlets and platforms, just prolonging the promotion, whether that's Nicki, like I said, everybody. So I think sometimes people get so caught up in this hyper-focused fight around chart positioning, who's got the highest charting records and all of this type of stuff. And yeah, that's cool if you're going head to head, if you drop the same week or if you drop within the same month, that's cool. But once everything else has ran its course, what the fuck are we talking about? So I want to go ahead and say that on all fronts, meaning that I'm not going against Nicki here. I'm not for Nicki here because I'm not one of the barbs. I'm just being objective. Y'all got to quit using that as like a talking point. Y'all got to stop using that as like this one-up type shit that y'all believe in, because everybody's music falls off the charts. There's only select people. Scissors, SOS, Kill Bill and shit like that. Those are anomalies. Every artist is not going to be an anomaly for a year straight, a year and a half straight. Drake pulls stuff like that off. Everybody else gets in where they fit in. Period. All right, now let's get to Jess. Here we go.
It's Jess The Mess, and my news is real. This the shit I didn't get into on Breakfast Club. Nicki Minaj wants Katt Williams to join her tour. When the fuck did Nicki and Katt Williams ever even have a fucking relationship? Like to put him on your tour? Let's just get something straight. Now, usually people do things like this when the tour is not selling. Maybe it isn't. Now, that's very expected these days because of the economy. Listen, people put shit on layaway to buy Renaissance tickets. Like, the economy is in such a shit place right now. It's totally expected to not sell out your fucking tour. No icon, no matter how big or small, is exempt from promotion. You promoted that album, you did interviews, you popped out, you promoted his. So we're gonna have Nicki, Monica, Katt Williams. Mind you, Katt Williams hasn't responded yet. I think she should add a JT, a Bia. Bitch, you can bring Kai Cenat. You got Monica. It's a bit of a jingle jam.
All right. So that's what Jess Hilarious had to say specifically about Nicki Minaj and the Pink Friday 2 tour. I have to say that I completely agree with Jess Hilarious on all fronts, on all the questions, on all the concerns. When did Nicki Minaj and Katt Williams have any sort of relationship for them to be collaborating on a tour? Especially when all the gist of the sales of the tour have come without any openers, any support acts, any promotions. Then you try to slap Katt Williams on there because he went viral last month. Where's the branding consistency there? Where's the alignment? Where's the actual, you know what I'm saying? What are they going to bounce off of each other? Because if I'm not mistaken, when Katt Williams goes on tour, he's on stage for damn near 2 hours running off jokes. How long is his tour supposed to be in each city? You know what I'm saying? So as far as the day, y'all trying to start the show at 6:30 and end that motherfucker at 10 o'clock, 10, you know what I mean, 11, 12 a.m.? Because Katt's going to need 2 hours. Then you bring in Monica, So Gone Over You. She's got a catalog of her own hits, which even when I saw the inclusion of Monica on the Nicki Minaj PF2 tour, it was like, what are we going for here? Right? Like, Nicki Minaj is trying to push what she believes is rap album of the year. And there's a lot of people out there that will believe also that it's rap album of the year, or at least the female rap album of the year, which that gets a little bit more specific. So when you bring in somebody like Monica, who we don't even know the last time she put an album out, or at least I don't. Last thing I recall from Monica was that music video that she had with Game where he was in the tub last year. Right? We just heard a couple days ago Monica's about to drop a country album, you know, on the heels of Beyonce coming out and doing her thing. She says she's dropping a solidified country album herself. So where is the symbiosis with the branding on that when her album number one isn't even out? And who wants to hear that when they're going to Nicki Minaj PF2 to hear Fuck This Club Up and, you know what I'm saying, all those hits? It just doesn't make sense. Now, they may have a personal relationship. They may, you know, have a friendship. But where does the music align? That's all I'm saying, especially if she's going to be performing tracks off of the new album to promote and get people geared up for what that looks and sounds like. It's not making sense to me. Jess Hilarious then goes to say, you know, perhaps Nicki Minaj should consider putting somebody like Bia on her tour, or JT from City Girls on the tour, which to me, that makes a lot more sense because at least they're in your genre. At least they're people that you've supported and collaborated with. You know, Bia is always going to be a good draw. Like she's one of those acts that she's in hip hop, but due to her fashion connections and all of the different endorsements and stuff that she does, she's able to draw people based on just them being interested in who she is. And she at least got some bops that she could open up the show, do 25 minutes, 30 minutes to, and people are going to be pretty satisfied for the most part. She's not the best rapper in the world. She's kind of like a diet Cardi. You know what I mean? If we're going to keep it all the way honest. And it just kind of works. JT, that's a little bit tougher because JT doesn't have a whole lot of solo music. She doesn't have a whole lot of a solo career to stand on. She would come out there and probably do 10 minutes of work mixed in with, you know what I mean, 10, 15 minutes of work, mixing in her solo verses from City Girls work to her solo verses that she's dropped on her own. That could work. But to be honest, I think this is where somebody like a Nicki Minaj suffers, where she doesn't have big time mainstream female rap associates and friends. All of her folks in female rap, not to say that there's gonna be equals, excuse me, but it's just that all the higher tier ladies in hip hop, she's beefing with rather than working with. So she's then left with lower level artists that don't have super big draws on their own anyway. So then you're kind of like, you would still be trying to mesh it together, but at least the branding would look decent. Now, there's also been some talk about whether or not the Pink Friday 2 tour was even selling like that. There's conflicting information. On one hand, they're talking about how she sold over 30,000 tickets worldwide. This is her fastest selling tour, right? But during the time when I was sick and kind of like not able to do shit, this graphic was floating on social media from Ticketmaster. Now, somebody correct me if this is a photoshopped image. Let me know if this was revealed to have been fake, because I was under the weather myself. But it says here, due to low ticket sales, we are discounting Pink Friday 2 by 50% for a very limited time. Get your tickets now. Use code Pink Friday for an additional $10 off at checkout, right? Ticketmaster Live Nation. I don't know how real this image is. I'm just saying this was something that went viral on social media when I saw it, and I was like, damn. So how are you on one hand bragging about how well your tour is doing, and then on the other hand, we're seeing that you're out here running a 2-for-1 special plus an additional $10 off the ticket once you take 50% off. Now I understand you want to get asses in seats, but there's just so much information that's not making sense. One day it's sold out. The next day you're seeing people saying, hey, look at all these empty seats in the crowd. She keeps adding dates, this and that, but the shows are not filling up. So I know Nicki Minaj's PR or whoever she's working with, or her little internet squad are definitely working double, triple hours trying to make sure that they get the messaging right, making sure that they're keeping the barbs entertained, keeping the barbs locked in, and make sure that they don't fall off their square. But something's not really making all the most sense to me as somebody that's watching this stuff from afar. I'm glad that I was sick while some of this stuff was coming out, because I did not, and I never want to look like I'm coming online specifically to badger Nicki Minaj or to negatively speak about her specifically, or to run some sort of smear campaign on my channel like I'm a paid hater of Nicki Minaj, because I'm not. The thing that I have against her is that she's too talented to be putting out subpar music. She's too big of an artist on her own to be tarnishing her brand the way that she does, with the online bullying, with the negative shit, with attacking her contemporaries and peers and folks that came up looking up to her for whatever reason. She feels like that's a valid excuse as to why she should be like sworn enemies. I think that shit's whack. I think she could be, if she embraced everyone and just kind of stuck with love, like we saw our four sisters and other artists. Like when we talk about the legends in female hip hop, we talk about the Queen Latifahs, we talk about even the Brats, the Left Eyes, the Lauryn Hills, right? The Lil Kims, the Foxy Browns, the Eves. Although they all may have had some stumbling blocks in their career, may have had their share of beefs at the height of their careers, at a certain point they all come back home and say, this is really all about female rap. This is something that people didn't see was going to be around very long when they started introducing women as hip-hop stars. It's not something that people were all the way receptive to from the gate. This is not something that hip-hop itself was seen as something that was going to die out. So just imagine how people felt about women stepping up to the mic and being empowered. They thought that was going to last even shorter. So at a certain point, you got your ladies' nights and ladies' nights remixes and all of this different type of stuff. Even you can even throw the Lady Marmalade shit in there, because it was like a hip hop, pop, R&B mashup, intergenerational, like women empowerment shit. But for whatever reason, when we got to the Nicki Minaj era, it was like she was done. She was the end all be all. And then everybody that ended up coming later, you know, it was this energy of y'all bitches is my stepsons. And who the fuck wants to stand next to somebody who's going to say that about them? And it's like, oh, no, you know, I just be saying that. But it's like, nah, you really feel that way. So at the end of the day, Jess Hilarious had it absolutely right. You promoted the album. You did press for the album. For whatever reason, when it comes to the tour, you're not. You're getting on Station Head every day, reporting live from your crib, which I can't say nothing about because I'm reporting live from mine right motherfucking now. So we all use the mediums that we have at our fingertips. But as somebody who is multi-platinum, somebody who has allegedly sold the most records in all of female hip-hop, period, in the entirety of the history of it, we would think that you have a little bit more resources at your fingertips, but for whatever reason, it's not registering. It's not happening like that. And then it leads to people nitpicking and wondering what the fuck is going on. I don't particularly have the answers on this because the information is elusive. The storyline changes every day. She's putting out footage of her rehearsing for the tour, but the rehearsals I saw was dancers. I'm like, well, when is she gonna actually get in there with the dancers? You know what I'm saying? To show that she can do a two-step or two. Like, why the hell am I seeing some nigga in the middle holding the mic, doing all the movements, and then we don't see you? But then you talking about you rehearsing. I don't know, man. This, again, it makes it sound like I'm hating. It's just not adding up for me. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. It's a lot of little nasty little bugs going on. I think I may have got struck with the flu. I told y'all about that. I'm on the upswing. Got like a little respiratory situation. Got some antibiotics and whatnot trying to knock this thing out. So hopefully by next week I will be completely healed. I'll be completely back with my voice. And hopefully no hiccups going into March, because March is my birthday month. Hopefully we can hit 10K in March. That would be amazing. Y'all continue to support, continue to show up. I know I've probably fallen out of the algorithm a little bit, but please continue to support. Be sure to like and share each video. Be sure to engage in the chat. I'm in the chat. Even when it's pre-recorded, I'm in the chat talking to y'all, having a good time. So continue to show up, continue to do your thing, do your part, y'all. I appreciate y'all immensely. We're going to keep this thing rolling. And hopefully when I actually hit 10K, we could bring a guest or two on and have a great time and go live with it. All right. So that's what we have to look forward to over the next 30 days or so. So we back, baby. We back. All right. Much love and respect. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
King of my city in cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some battery. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.